Welcome back to Talking Story. My name is John Min. That right there is, let's face it, the best producer on BookTube. Says so. I mean, I've heard now bathroom walls all over the tri-state area.
This is not important. We went to Dragonsteel.
Yes, let's get to that. I'm excited about this. We are going to relive. This is like a photo album, like a living, breathing photo album. Let's get to it, man.
Do you remember the first notable thing that happened on day one?
I want to say the first notable thing. Oh yeah, Michael R. Miller, we just
magically appeared. You were sitting down having breakfast, and you just suddenly have a lovely Scottish man speaking in your ear.
This beautiful Scottish brogue, which is not what you expect to hear at Salt Lake City, Utah.
No.
Was wishing me a happy breakfast. It was pretty amazing.
And that was how we learned Michael R. Miller was staying in the same hotel as we were.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then after that, we head over to the convention. Magically waiting outside, bumped into Daniel Greene.
How crazy was that, right?
I believe it's weird that the first booktuber we met was Daniel Greene.
Yeah. And he was, look, he and Kayla.
Mm-hmm. He had some other friends with him as well.
I think Bryce from Wraithmark Books was there with him.
I believe so.
Yeah, they were so nice, so unbelievably giving of their time and genuine. It was like really, really awesome, really cool.
He wore our bookmark on his little lanyard the whole time.
We gave him a little bookmark from the channel, and he every time we saw him through the weekend, he had it on his lanyard. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, super nice guy. But the people that we bumped into after that was a little more planned. We got to hang out with Kyle and his friend Peter, who also has a BookTube channel. Everybody that we mentioned, there's going to be a little tax line in if they are linked down in the description. So, subscribe to anybody. Jake Bishop was there. We walked over to the convention with them, and then the reins were kind of lifted. We could explore the con a little bit.
Yeah.
Do we belong here?
Well, luckily, I think I had a VIP. You had a media badge, so we could get into the floor I think an hour early. They let us all in.
Yeah.
So exactly. We could have, carte blanche to explore early and look around.
And I'm glad we did, because it got crowded.
So cool.
Happy first day at con.
No.
Get the stuff.
Good, how are you doing?
Come on in, pick stuff up.
I need that.
It's always a trick. Oh, I love it. Do it all you want.
I'll pan to you. You want to do like a little wave?
Yep.
Thanks, Kate.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Should we go through the authors? Like crazy list of authors.
Ruocchio, obviously.
Christopher Ruocchio.
Fonda Lee.
Robin Hobb. Robin Hobb's daughter Kat Ogden was there. Michael Sullivan was there. Dak Argyle was there. Dan Wells was there.
Steve Diamond.
Steve Diamond was there. Larry Correa was there. We got to hang out and meet so many. I mean, it's hard to like remember them all. We got to hang out with so many amazing authors.
And speaking of Kat Ogden, you picked up your grimoire from Grimoire Press.
Yeah, Grimoire Press it was kind of like a con book. It was a hardcover. It was called a grimoire, and you could pick it up there at their booth. I had pre-ordered it, and kind of most of the authors, everyone there, not everyone there, but most of the authors that were at the con had a short story in that book, and you could, kind of try and chase them all down, get them to sign. And right when I picked them up at the counter, man, Robin Hobb was there, and Michael Sullivan was there, and Kat Ogden was there. I mean, they were all just not a scheduled signing. They were just hanging out there at the Grimoire Press booth.
And then you had to walk over to Robin Hobb. Were you shaky? How did it feel?
Dude.
Hi. How are you?
How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
You are the only author that has got Book of the Month on our YouTube channel 3 months in a row. Because we read Farseer this year.
Wow.
And against all odds, month after month, I had to give you Book of the Month. Such an amazing trilogy. Loved it so much.
For Kaden. Oh, okay.
Okay. I have just read Farseer.
Yeah.
I gave her a nice little laser-etched wooden bookmark from the channel. She was so kind, so generous, taking time with everyone. Just graceful. Just one of those people you meet, just graceful. Just a lovely, lovely, graceful lady.
After talking to Robin Hobb, we had to go by Daniel Greene's booth and meet him again.
Well, you had to pick up his book.
I had to pick up his book. But more specifically, you had a question.
I'm here with Daniel Greene. I got a quick question. The new book sounds amazing. I've been reading horror. I'm a horror fan before you were born, Daniel. But
I just turned 30. Are you sure about that?
Oh, believe me, yes.
Okay.
For the love of all that's holy, please tell me, coming my way, I'm going to find out what in the wide, wide world of sports is happening on Mars.
Oh, for Neon Ghost.
Yes.
Dead Gods. And well, there's going to be a prequel. And it's going to be the story of the mission that went wrong.
That's what I want.
Yes. And it's going to be, so there's a character you meet in Neon Ghost, the only survivor. That's the protagonist.
And when?
When my agent says I can go back after writing Better Dead. I have an agent now, and they
I watched the interview. Don't piss off the agent. I got it. But thank you.
Thank you.
Do you remember what we did after seeing Daniel Greene? Do you remember half of this trip? Let me just ask that. We went to see a panel with Fonda Lee.
Oh, yes.
Where she was being
Spotlight.
interviewed by Dan Wells.
I have not done Greenbone yet. I really wanted to see this Spotlight with Fonda Lee to kind of push me to get into that trilogy even faster. It's not like I need help. I really want to read it. But I absolutely did not want to miss this conversation between Dan Wells and Fonda Lee.
And now she's got some cyberpunk coming up, she said.
Yeah, some samurai cyberpunk coming, which, makes my most wanted list for 2025.
At the end of that Spotlight is when we really started meeting people that we actually knew.
These are some of the faces you run to at Dragonsteel. I am here with Tutoram, with Richard and
Austin.
All right, here's my main question for Dragonsteel.
Yes.
Did you pack cigars? Are we buying cigars? Where are we meeting for cigars?
We're buying cigars.
Okay.
I don't know where to get cigars. This is Mormon country, so I'm not sure.
Maybe we're sharing bubblegum cigars, which will make Austin happy.
I will not be partaking in cigars, but
You
we're
can have a
going to-
cool glass of water.
I'll take a cool glass of water. And we'll
cool-
have a great
That's
a
all.
cool-
That's all he allows himself.
We're going to share something. We're getting together for something, and we're sharing something. How's the con going so far for you guys?
Oh, it's awesome. We already met Ruocchio. It's one of my favorite living authors right now. So
saw
I'm
Matt
so-
Dinneman yesterday.
Yeah,
and
I haven't
you guys
heard.
saw Daniel Greene.
I saw Daniel
That was a
Greene.
lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We meet a lot of people that are watching the podcast, which is super cool.
We got to meet
Super
Robin
cool.
Hobb.
Oh,
that?
did you get anything signed?
I got something. I was a little shaky.
Okay.
I was a little shaky when I met the Queen. I'm not gonna lie. So, thanks so much. Have a great con. We're gonna hang out.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Dinner
for sure.
tomorrow.
Dinner tomorrow.
Dinner tomorrow.
Wait, is Jacob invited?
With
or-
Ruocchio. Yeah,
Jake's allowed?
He gets to hold the camera.
Oh, okay.
I think Austin and
were the
Richard are the
best.
people that we spent most of the weekend with.
You know what? There's people you meet that are just like, God, these guys are just absolutely as cool as I had imagined and hoped them to be. I spent some time talking on a screen with them, but to be in the same room with them and be in person, it's like I think both of us left like we just wish we lived closer.
Yeah, I think especially for Austin and Rich, because I think we felt kind of close to them before.
Yeah.
And I think it meant a lot that, like, as soon as we met them in person, all four of us were kind of like, yeah, come here. And, we got a hug in.
Yeah.
The people that we met after Tutor Ramble were not mean at all. And that was the next chapter, boys.
Oh, we didn't know them as well.
No, but they're still lovely.
Just awesome, man. Next chapter, I just watched your video preparing for Dragonsteel with Tutor Ramble. Then we run in to get here.
It's amazing. It's amazing. We run into people like you, Talking Story, running next into Tutor Ramble. It's a party.
It's the who's who.
It is like a huge party. How's the con going so far for you?
It's fantastic. Literally been to a couple panels and I'm already blown away. So many people here, so many people to see, the authors, the people dressed up in cosplay blows my mind.
The amount of work that they put in this thing is incredible.
It is insane.
The music that's playing before even the panel, it
like
feels
while
like
you're
a
in
movie.
line. It's like Disneyland.
That's amazing.
Basically is Disneyland.
It is crazy. So, high point. There's a lot of cosplay. I hear there's one cosplay thing happening, and that is Austin's
Oh, we're all
debut
coming
is sealed.
for this.
So
Yes.
please tell me.
Saturday night. Saturday night.
Saturday
we'll be
night.
there.
There will be a crowd.
It's here. It's here.
It's happening like at 5 o'clock today.
5 o'clock today.
Oh my
5
God.
o'clock
Okay.
today.
It's happening at it's happening at the release event tonight. So 6 o'clock to like
Oh my.
midnight. Ohio.
Okay.
Okay,
This is going to
okay.
be the release to end all releases.
Yes.
Oh my God. Thanks so much, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course. We're going to hang
Great
out
to
the
see
whole
you.
con. Thanks so much.
Yeah, of course. Good to meet you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh my God. Thanks so much. And I know for a fact we don't have cigar footage, and
Oh,
that's
no.
a really good thing. That's a really good thing.
Oh, you were in pain.
I did not do well.
First of all, Rich, if you were watching this, you asked if he was okay. He was not okay.
I should never do that again.
And you never will. After meeting some people, it was time to do something serious. Well, I guess, we still met Ben after that. Benghis Kahn.
Dude, Ben was in and out. Like, I'm telling you, he was the Batman of the con.
He really was. You
Like,
would just
I
turn
would-
around and Ben disappeared.
You would turn around and Ben's there. Oh, hey, Ben. And you're talking to him and you look this way and you look back and Ben's gone. He's a vapor trail.
We met Ben, and we were standing in front of this, like, ring that they have where people do battles.
With that, the flag is up, and the fighters play on!
And it's pretty intense, actually. And we turn around and Ben's gone, and then it's your turn to learn the shard blade.
Yeah.
We're going to have two folks coming down, check and see if we can get this moving a little bit quicker.
So if you're thinking about using shard blade stances, wind stance we use this, but this is most specifically going to be in stone stance.
How did that go?
That's a question for you.
It was awesome, but at the same time, it's like, you think you sign up for something like that and you think, oh man, this is gonna be great. And then you get in there and the people are in there wearing armor, handing you like broadsword, and they're nylon and floppy, but they're handing you broadswords telling you how to hit them and not hurt them. And you're kind of like, okay, this is important. I should listen to this.
You can see it in the footage. I'm not poking fun at people, but you can see in the footage, you, Ben, Pete, and Jake were all in there.
yeah.
And all of you
Yeah.
did the same thing. They would tell you, like, swing your sword or, like, poke them with it. And all of you got to do it 3 times, and you would do this almost every time. Nod and go, thank you, and turn away.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for letting me smite you.
After that was something much less fun for me. I don't know about you.
What could be less fun?
After that was a Q&A with Brandon Sanderson.
Thank you for your cooperation and safe travels across the continent.
So, how many of you...
Get off your phone. What? I'm trying to find out where they're sitting. Oh, this was the Wait a minute. This was
all spoilers. If you haven't caught up, get out of the room. Brandon's going to show up and you can ask him whatever you want.
Those questions, dude, I was asking myself, like, are these the same books? Like, these people were deep.
That's really what it's like. They were asking, if this happens and then this counteracts it and this happens next to it, does that change this? And this magic system then develops into, like, how do you get that from the book?
Yeah,
I haven't read the books, but still.
Literally, they would come up with, it was like protractors and a thesis, and they were waiting in line to get to the microphone. All these questions is like...
I was just sitting there in awe. Like, how... honestly, an admiration that you can care that deeply and be so involved. And then, like, we're sitting there and like, there's like, you know, the room is massive and they have these screens so you can see who's standing in front of the microphone and who's on stage, you know, Brandon responding. And then Ben appears.
Well, he's Batman.
Yeah. Ben just got in front of the microphone and had a question.
Yeah.
After that, I don't know about you, but I was pretty tired. And you got to lay down for, I believe, 10 minutes until we had to meet Michael R. Miller in the lobby of our hotel and interview him.
You locked us out of our hotel room when we had to move the interview up there. So poor Michael R. Miller had to wait in the hall. Like, you know, we're the most... This is an amazing opportunity we have to kind of pull back, sit down, and relax a little bit from the con.
It was a long day, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, we were just talking. I had no idea how many steps I was going to be logging today.
But you can still get adult with the emotions, the depths of the emotions of the characters. You're talking about Osric and other things.
Should we like start back or start over? Or maybe find a different spot?
Do you guys want to do it in like your room or something? Would that be better, do you think?
And we're back.
And we're back.
After that, we had to run back because I think it was like right at 7 o'clock. Sanderson was going to do his big speech before the release. And we're like, all right, bye, Michael. Thank you for the interview. And we're hustling down the road trying to get back to the con. And you call Mom and start talking about what a lovely man Michael R. Miller is. And I'm like nudging you because he's standing right next to you, he's walking back to the con.
He's walking right next to us on the street. And I'm just going on about what a lovely person he is. I mean, you know.
You hang up the call and I had to ask him, Michael, did you hear him the whole time? And he goes, well, you try not to eavesdrop, but yes, I heard.
I don't know why we're talking about this. We don't have footage of this.
No, but I think it's funny.
Thank God.
But was there anything noteworthy for you at the big speech? I mean, there was
really liked
the big announcement that I know everyone was excited about.
But I really thought his speech was great. I really liked his Keystone speech. I thought it was really, really good.
Started off with talking about Robespierre and everyone looked pretty confused, but he pulled it together pretty well.
Yeah, he pulled it all together. By the end of the speech, the Sanderlanche of the speech, he had pulled it all together.
But we left early, to be fair. We thought we just couldn't, stand up anymore because our backs and legs were so shot. And then we realized people were already getting in line for Wit and Truth, and we thought, we should get in that line.
And I realized I couldn't stand up either. I had to lay down. I had to lay down next to this lovely, lovely woman who was also laying on the floor. She was 8.5 months pregnant. And we just had the best conversation. But it's like at that point, it's like, no, this is happening. I'm like a kid in a bank line.
I stood in line not with you. I stood in line with Tudor Ramble while Austin was dressed up in a wonderful cosplay.
Oh, and you got footage of that.
I got a lot of footage of that.
Rich, get in frame. Look at you.
This was based on a bet he lost to Richard, so he had to be in costume as Syl during the book launch.
They were getting recognized left and right while he had this on.
They're like rock stars. Yeah, when he was in the Syl dress,
And then luckily they let everybody in to get the books about 30 minutes early.
You got yours?
I don't get one.
It's on, yes. All right, thank you.
Who got books?
Oh, hey.
You were so tired, we pretty much got dinner with Austin and Richard, went to bed immediately.
Oh yeah, man, I hit we crashed. We crashed. Hey, just a quick break from the show to say a very special thank you to all of our correspondents, our directors, and our producers here that help us build the channel. Together, they do so many things. They help us make decisions. They help us keep the lights on and keep rolling, all the way up to taking over our channel once a month and getting their content on our channel. If you're interested and you have any questions about it, right down there in the description box under the Patreon link, you can find out all about it. And just a very special thank you to all of these people. Now, back to the show. We did get our book bag from Dragonsteel. I have not even opened this yet. We're going to pull it out right now, kind of like an unboxing. So here we go. This is what we got in the line. Right up top. Oh, we got a stuffed chull. Look at that. Okay.
That's heavy.
It is no joke heavy. We got a pin. Looks like a Zeth pin. We got just a little art piece here. And then what we all came for. There we go. My signed copy of Wind and Truth. I'm not sure how much you'll get read on this trip.
It won't.
Gonna do my best.
Day 2 was way more lax.
I think it's a necessity. Yeah, I think we did some interviews with other booktubers and stuff, and when I was asking Bookborn about not being able to find her, and she asked me, I said, I took a nap. Like I learned a lesson from day one. I tried to slow down a little bit.
I think the goal for day 2 is pretty much we're gonna track down the people we haven't met yet.
These are some of the booktuber faces we found here at Dragonsteel. I've rounded them up. How is everybody's con going so far? First of all, I'm gonna ask Bookborn, because look, finding you on the floor has been like catching the wind in a plastic bag. I have been chasing you all over the place. Never go to Vegas. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, do you want to see, but like, do you want to see why though you haven't been able to find me?
I'm just saying, I found Bookborn several times today and didn't find you until like 20 minutes ago.
I took a nap today.
Yeah, look at what the fruits of my labors are that you haven't been able to find me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So explain your obsession.
If you guys play Legend of Zelda, there's something called Koroks, and you collect all of them, and there's 900 of them, and you get nothing in return. This is a Korok quest, which means you do it because it's journey before destination.
And you were going between 4 tables when we found you, trading for cards.
Yeah, but you're harder to find. I was looking out for you too. You're the one who's been hard to find.
I took a nap.
Oh, okay. I'll go to a nap next.
Just explain why you were struggling to find people if you were napping. Like, I have to say
that is okay. Guilty. All right. So what's your best moment of the con? Who have we got to meet? Con high point so far.
Well, we got to meet Robin Hobb. I think it's going to be pretty much everyone's, and Matt Dinneman, and doing this, just talking to everybody. Yeah. Just seeing everybody from last year.
It has been amazing.
I mean, Bookborn, you just found trading cards with everybody.
Oh, dude, she was the queen of cards. The amazing thing, and it tied into the Keystone speech we were talking about earlier, the whole point of the cards was to meet each other and to trade, to get complete sets, and to talk to people you don't know, and to make friendships and make connections. And
dude,
wow, did she do that? Jake Bishop, who I just discovered his channel, and I've been just hanging around with him, didn't even know he had a channel. Now I'm going to be your biggest fan. I'm going to find your channel, I swear. Number one moment of the con so far. How's it been going?
Yeah, you asked that, and I feel like it's been pretty evenly awesome. Like, meeting Robin Hobb was pretty cool. She is my favorite author, by a fairly large margin. I was like, I don't have a plan, and I'll probably make a fool of myself, and then I was like, I think I did. I had no idea what to say. I don't get starstruck very often, but when I meet Robin Hobb, I freeze. My brain just stops working, and saying hi to Ruocchio was cool. I've talked to Ruocchio before. Yeah. We've talked on Discord, and I had the collab for Kingdoms of Death. It's kind of funny talking to some of the authors who interacted with you, but only seen you on screen or on Discord. Like, Ruocchio is kind of you can tell when someone's like, I think I recognize this person. And I'm like, yeah, I'm Jake. And he was like, oh, and Ruocchio's super stressed. And I think he was kind of he got to someone who was like, all right, this person isn't going to causing stressful.
He's not stalking me. You're not stalking him.
I'm not
yeah.
stalking him.
Ruocchio is moving paper, man. That guy's been at the booth all day, every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's putting in work. And actually, we just talked to Daniel Greene, who rated those. Super nice dude. I've actually never interacted with Daniel. I do mod his Discord, and he was like legitimately incredibly appreciative, and I felt very appreciated, and that was extremely cool as well. So
awesome. All right, let me slide in. This is what we've discovered about Ben from Benghis Kahn. He's a ninja. You're hanging out with him at a con, and then you turn around and go, "Hey, Ben! Ben's not there. Ben is where? Ben, where?"
I've been going on a scavenger hunt to find all my favorite authors. This has been my first ever convention and one of the greatest experiences of my life. I got to actually chosen randomly during the spoiler Q&A to ask a question to Brandon Sanderson, so I got to speak right to him, and that was awesome. And got into the lightning signing, and he was great and so gracious. Yeah. And then I was utterly just starstruck meeting Robin Hobb.
Oh, man.
And she's a higher form of being.
So gracious.
She is inhumanly just elegant and eloquent, and just, man, I was starstruck. And I also got to meet Matt Dinneman. That's why I have my donut shirt on today, since I love DCC, and I was also starstruck with him, and I got to see Ruocchio in person. And so it's just been a blast. And meeting BookTube friends that I've had for years.
It's amazing to meet everyone in person, right?
That they actually have 3 dimensions.
Yeah. It's like if someone said, "You've got legs."
Can we get confirmation for the people that I do have legs?
Jake has legs. Jake has legs. Let me jump in here with Kyle real quick. Kyle has been on Discord with me saying, "I have a sighting of Bookborn. Get here now. I have a sighting of book." I wanted my What's Up Nerd sticker for my badge. Now my con is complete because I finally found Bookborn. And a lot of this is a nap. A lot of this is my nap. How's the con been for you, Kyle?
It's been incredible. Meeting the authors and everything is good, but I'm going to be corny and say meeting all these people is way better. Yeah. These are some of my best friends. And just being able to meet them for the first time, Jake for the second time, who still does not have legs, by the way. And like meeting you, John.
Guys, listen. Don't tell anyone. I don't have legs. It's an elaborate trick with mirrors and lasers and holograms. That's why I always wear shorts, because it's more work to set it up with pants. But listen, don't tell Kyle.
He's got legs.
Jacob behind the camera. Hello, Jacob. It's just been great. I met Petrik. Meeting Petrik is weird, guys. He's just such a nice guy. And then meeting Daniel Greene, I got to tell him that, he got me into this, and that I wouldn't be standing here with all of you guys if I didn't stumble across Daniel Greene. So it's just been great. Brandon Sanderson walked through the lobby when I was walking by, and that was just that was strange that he just didn't have 3 security Jason Momoa.
He's just cruising, right?
Wandering around, yeah. And yeah, of course, Robin Hobb. Robin Hobb was incredible, and she told me she's working on 2 sequels at the same time-ish for Realm of the Elderlings. So that's incredible. That's breaking news, I think. I don't think she's told anybody that. So
wow.
I broke that news, everybody.
Kyle broke. You should have done that on your channel.
You're the one filming, John.
What is wrong with you?
No,
you're doing BookTube all wrong. Everybody, thank you guys so much. Let's have an amazing rest of the con. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you soon.
I'm going to ask you again, do you remember what happened next? What did we do after we got everybody on camera and talked to them?
After we got, I think, oh my.
We went to a panel hosted by Tutor Ramble. Austin and Richard hosted a panel.
Oh, we went to several.
Yeah. About magic systems, I believe. Austin and Richard showed off a thumbnail I made during the panel. I was very proud.
How was that? That was cool.
It was cool.
On the big screen?
Nobody said anything or probably even noticed. But I noticed.
But you did.
And it mattered to me.
And you know what? That was worth the trip.
We kind of just had to duck into a random panel and sit down for a second.
Well, I don't even know this person that much. This is one of your favorite YouTubers.
Yeah, it's a channel called Corridor Crew. They do these popular videos. It's like VFX artists react. And while we were walking through the exhibition, I bumped into this guy Ren from the channel. I was like, "Hey man, huge fan," and shook his hand, said hello. And that was
your
it.
face lit up. Your face lit up like I haven't seen it light up like that since you were 7, and everything was under the Christmas tree that you wanted.
And then later
we were tired. Yeah,
we're tired.
So we ducked
walk
into
this random panel, and it happens to be Nerd Forge and Ren talking about cosplay. And we're like, oh, let's just rest. And I drop my camera onto the ground.
Well, no, you put it on the chair next to you, and the first thing that happened is the chair folds up and slings it to the concrete ground. And you're like, oh my God, I just threw my camera on the concrete floor in front of Rin. Like, it was...
Can make things more difficult for you in the long term because it's hard.
I was panicking, checking everything. And then I kept hearing you leaning over my shoulder going, is everything working? Is it broken?
Yeah.
Please tell me it's not broken.
Because if the camera's broken, I'm going to go take another nap.
After that, we did something much easier on our stress levels, and we took a nice little stroll through the Dragonsteel store.
Oh, that was awesome. And
Dude,
I got
they
my
had
Bondsmith.
everything.
Oh, Tress's cup, Yumi's noodle bowl. I got my Bondsmith t-shirt. It was awesome. It was so cool. The Dragonsteel store was awesome.
And then in the middle, they had this like miniature building.
Yeah,
that was
like library, like archive.
Yeah, it was like a little tiny library that's just like with these wooden shelves just lined with the leather-bound editions.
Beautiful, right?
Amazing, like nice tungsten glow lighting. It was so cool.
It was, dude. Everything was first rate, right? On the dealer floor, especially. Everything was gorgeous, first rate, top notch. So much eye candy. It was unbelievable.
I mean, after that, there was really only one thing to do, which was, I think, Rich's highlight of the entire trip.
It was cigars?
No, we had dinner with Christopher Ruocchio.
Oh! I have a dinner with the Dragonsteel Funky Bunch. Hey!
Everyone say Austin didn't pay a thing. Austin cheaped out.
Paid for all of it. Every single time.
I believe Rich shoulder checked somebody to make sure he sat next to Christopher Ruocchio.
I know for a fact he waited till everyone sat and he waited to see where Christopher was sitting, and he
sat down next to him as quick as he could.
He scoped that chair next to Christopher Ruocchio out pretty quick. Yeah. That was such a great night. I mean, Steve Diamond was there. And
it wasn't just Chris.
No, gosh,
both
it was a
Austin
whole
and Rich
table
from Tutor Ramble, Steve Diamond, Christopher's friend Udi, Christopher's other friend Casey.
Oh, what a great night. And we saw Brian Lee Durfee at the restaurant.
Who was doing very well. He looks great.
Oh, it was so wonderful to see him. Looking vibrant and energetic and with people again and enjoying himself and part of the community, which is exactly where he belongs. It was just great to see him there having dinner at the same restaurant, hanging out with friends and stuff. We all stopped and shook hands and got to meet him.
And then after that, we pretty much just walked through the smog and collapsed in bed once again.
There was a lot of collapsing at night.
Day 3... pretty short day, actually.
Because we had met so many people. We went in with a bucket list of
and
what
we had marked
to do.
everything off the bucket list. We even bumped into Petrik, who we didn't really mention earlier.
Yeah. That was amazing, right?
Yeah.
His first trip to the States. He was in line to get a signature from Blvd, and we could just shake his hand very quickly. But what a great, kind person.
Since we had done everything, we could just kind of really hung out with Austin and Rich and all their patrons that had come along too.
Yeah, they were with a lot of their patrons. We met one of our patrons. We didn't get to hang out, as I felt bad about that. We were pulled away real quick. Day 3 is kind of like a victory lap. Like we just got,
there wasn't a lot of footage to get.
Yeah.
I mean, we shot the Weekly Reader with Austin and Rich.
And we had a special guest for that.
You know what? We spent a surprising amount of that day with Daniel Greene.
We spent a surprising amount of that day with Daniel Greene.
That's great.
Okay, get in here.
Recording?
We're recording.
We're recording.
And I had a plan.
How's it going, guys?
Oh my God!
Hey! I hope that's okay. I don't.
Oh my God! Slide over.
I gotta.
All right, hey, Rich, let's just screw off.
I gotta run to lunch. I'm so sorry.
D. Greene, the boss man on BookTube, just cruising through. Oh my God! Thank you, Daniel.
See you in a bit.
Follow that, Jacob.
I gotta go. And after that, Austin and Rich very kindly hooked us up to hang out with him for 15 or 20 minutes and just kind of talk book publishing with him and how his relationship with his agent was going. And
he got to lay some knowledge on us. It was really cool.
Yeah, very, very helpful.
Very, very, very open, giving dude.
We just went to Michael R. Miller's indie panel for more knowledge.
Right?
Yeah.
He was on him and Matt Dinneman. Matt Dinneman was there, and I can't remember there were a few other folks there.
That was an interesting change of pace because everybody was like, "Okay, nice to hang out, nice to meet you." And then at the indie panel, everyone sat down, pulled out a notebook, and started taking notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Business mode was on.
Yeah.
And we closed out with more panels, really. Bookborn and Next Chapter were on the same panel talking about what order to read the Cosmere in.
That was a fun panel.
I do have to say, I was very confused, but it was fun.
I think Bookborn nailed it. She mediated and she nailed it. It was such a fun, interactive panel. That was I think that hands down was my favorite panel because it was just so interactive and fun. She kept it really, really fun.
And Next Chapter did as well.
Next Chapter was great.
They all had a lot of fun with it. Tutor Ramble had another panel to host.
They closed it down, right? Their panel was into the night at
Their panel was at the end of the night, yeah.
Yeah, they closed it all down. They closed down Dragonsteel.
And then it was just a bittersweet goodbye. Everyone
you know what? It was
hanging out outside the tiniest panel room that they had. With Austin Richard and all the patrons and friends and company and everybody there.
It was tough to leave everybody, wasn't it?
It was.
It really was. I mean, it was for a couple of days and nights. It was truly magic.
It was. We walked away from it thinking like, okay, we got to do this more often. Because I expect it to be fun. That was more fun than I thought it was going to be.
It was, I think the relationships and the connections were off the chart. It was, I was not prepared for that.
Yes.
I was prepared to oh, wow, we're going to pick up a book. We're going to meet these authors. We're going to, all that. And we did all that stuff. We did all the stuff from a con that you would expect to do. But the relationships and the people and the connection and the time spent with them, that was just something that really rocked me. I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
So it was tough. It was tough to say goodbye. Absolutely.
Well, then we'll see everybody next year.
I hope so, man.
And if you're there, come say hi to us. We'd love to talk to you.
Yeah, it was amazing to meet everybody in person. We've talked about in other videos. P Money, our patron, and John from New York, and
Harmon.
I think it's Haran.
I'm pretty sure his name's Harmon.
Well, awesome dude from San Francisco that closed the con with us, and we had a great conversation on walking back to the hotel, and so many more. The folks that had breakfast with us at Toasters, and just on and on and on.
Yeah.
It was truly amazing.
And we'll see everybody next year. Whether you're there or not, we'll find you.
We will track you down.
You want to close it out?
Oh my gosh, I can't think of anything else. I hope that gave everybody a little bit of kind of like sights and sounds and feelings. That was absolutely our goal, and I hope we got that across from you. Let us know in comments how we love comments. I answer them as quickly as I can. I answer every comment that comes in. That's the whole reason we started this channel, was to talk books to the people that love books, love the kind of books we love. So hit us up in comments and let us know how we did. And if this is your first time, you're just interested in Dragonsteel and you've never been around before, hey, that subscription button down there is such an easy way to support the channel and be part of the gang and hang out. Find your people, find your tribe, find the people that read the kind of books you do and talk about books and art and story and how that impacts our lives and changes us. It's an amazing group to be a part of. Thank you so much. My name is John Minton. That is...
Christopher Ruocchio.
Dude. Could you imagine?
Our channel would be a lot cooler if I was.
If you're still here, you're book people into my book. That makes you the best people. My name is John Minton. Thanks so much for joining us here on Talking Story.
Let's raise a can of Dr. Pepper with TBRs piled high with blessed from above. In every smile and every cheer, the tingle of Christmas always